Okay, guys. Recently you guys went ahead and you guys created for me a paragraph, a perfect paragraph, describing whether or not you looked at Dexter as being viewed as a serial killer, okay, a vigilante, or both, okay, using your wall wisher activity or your word cloud activity, and then you combine that with information that you we took out of the textbook Dexter, right? I want to go ahead and review a little bit again what a perfect paragraph is, okay? Or supported paragraph. Well, first off, one, a supported paragraph actually has three things. It has a topic sentence, okay, which is the sentence in the paragraph that contains the main idea, and it tells the reader what the paragraph is about. It usually comes at the beginning of the paragraph, okay? So that's that global topic sentence we've been talking about. It usually has a supporting detail. This sentence supports the main idea with an example, and then it follows up with an elaboration, which is this sentence explains the supporting detail and connects it to the main idea. So it tells me how this supporting detail supports the claim that I made in the topic sentence. Okay, it says there can be more than one elaborative sentence per supporting detail if needed. So sometimes when we were looking at your writing, you guys were very methodical and you're like, topic sentence, supporting detail, one sentence, elaboration, one sentence. It can be more than one sentence. Could you combine a little bit of the supporting detail and then elaborate off of that using some form of conjunction like and, but, or, nor, however, therefore? Yes, you can. Of course you can. And then last is there's always some form of closing sentence. This sentence at the end of the paragraph that wraps up the paragraph, okay? It usually restates the topic sentence. It usually in a different way or shape or form, it restates the topic sentence. What I want to do right now is kind of go over an example, and let's just go through it together, and let's determine what it would be. What each section of this paragraph would be. So if we were looking at the first section, okay, and it says everyone knows that apples are wholesome and desirable, a regular diet, but they could be harmful. Which one would this be? What would this be considered? Would this be considered a topic sentence, a supporting detail, an elaboration, or a closing sentence? All right, this would be your topic sentence. This tells you exactly what this is about. And so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to mark this topic sentence we set in blue. Next, few realize that apples concentrate cyanide in their seeds. Okay, what would this be considered? A supporting detail, an elaboration, or a closing sentence? A supporting detail, right? And we said in our chart that, going back, supporting details, we'll go ahead and mark that in green. So we go back to our paragraph, and we're going to go ahead, we're going to mark that in green. Last, cyanide is a dangerous poison used, for example, in rodent killers. What would this be considered? Yes, is elaboration telling me how this supporting detail about cyanide relates back to the global topic sentence that we had. And we said here that we will mark that elaborations in pink. So we go ahead. Next, a few seeds are harmless because cyanide is readily eliminated by the body. What would this be considered maybe? A few seeds. Another what?
Elaborate.
Another elaboration. Okay. Next, many seeds must be presented before any harmful occurs. What would this be considered? What would this be considered, guys? Are we still in elaboration, or are we moving on to a new detail? New detail?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. Next, this is a key word. For instance, what would this be considered? As soon as you see for instance. Well, not an elaboration, right? So we're going to go ahead, we're going to mark this in pink. For instance, a couple of apple seeds saved up by a person who thinks them a delicacy to be eaten all at one time would be fatal. Next, if you are poisoned at all, you are likely to die unless treatment is prompt and effective. What would this be? Well, be careful. Go ahead and enjoy apples, but leave the seeds alone. Okay. Notice that many seeds must be present before any harmful effects occur. So we're still talking about the idea of the effect. Yeah, it's another elaboration. Excellent. Notice how there's multiple sentences for the elaboration. And then last, conclusion. Go ahead and enjoy apples, but leave the seeds alone. So what I would like for you guys to do is this. I want you guys to go back, look at your paragraph, okay, that you wrote. Look at this particular paragraph as a model. Go back and leave the first draft of your paragraph there, but I want you to redraft it below it. Some of your drafts might be dramatic changes from the first one, or it might be subtle. Okay? Any questions? All right, and this is due by the end of the period. All right, let's begin.